Adeze, just sign it. It's better this way. For both of us.
It doesn't have to be difficult, Adeze. No, it doesn't.
Adeze, wait! Where are you even going to go?
Home, to land that was never yours to begin with.
10 years earlier, Adeze Uzoma was not the woman standing in that boardroom. She was a young bride from Onitsha, full of hope, with nothing to her name but her late father's small plot of land on the outskirts of Lagos, and a husband who believed he could build an empire out of nothing. Emeka, she told him, the morning she handed him her father's title deed. This land is all I have left of him. Build something worthy of it. He promised her he would, and for a while, he kept that promise. They started with one truck, one route, one dream. Adeze kept the books at night, while Emeka drove by day. They slept little, they argued over diesel money, they laughed anyway. Slowly, painfully, Okonkwo Freight and Logistics grew. 10 years later, it was one of the largest private logistics companies in Lagos. Gleaming glass offices, a fleet of branded trucks, a name respected in boardrooms across the city. But somewhere between the first truck and the 10th year, Emeka Okonkwo forgot who built that dream beside him. Her name was Chiamaka. Sharp, ambitious, 26 years old. She joined as his executive secretary, and within months, she had learned something Adeze never had time to teach him. How to make Emeka feel like a king again. Adeze noticed the late nights first, then the silence at dinner. Then, one evening, alone in their bedroom, she found the messages that confirmed what her heart already knew. She did not scream. She did not break plates. She simply sat very still and let the tears fall in silence, so her son would not hear her from the next room. The humiliation came publicly at the company's 10th anniversary gala. Chiamaka on Emeka's arm, in front of investors, staff, old family friends. Whispers followed Adeze through the hall like a slow, cruel wind. And then came the boardroom, the folder, the word divorce in bold black letters. You already know that part. What you don't know is what happened after Adeze walked through that door. She did not go home and weep for weeks. She went to Onitsha, to her mother's compound, beneath the same mango tree where her father used to tell her, "Never sign away what is truly yours, my daughter, not even out of love." Mama Neka pulled an old metal box from beneath a wooden trunk. Inside it, yellowed with age, was the original 1998 land document. Her father's name still on the title. The warehouse where Okonkwo Freight's very first depot once stood had never been legally signed over to the company. Emeka had built his empire on land he never truly owned. Adeze said nothing. She signed the divorce papers without a fight. She let Emeka believe he had won everything. She kept one thing to herself. She moved into a small rented flat with her son, Kamsi. She started over with almost nothing. One borrowed van, one old family friend, Chief Obiora, who remembered her father's name with honor, and a determination that no one in that boardroom had ever seen in her. She called the new company Uzoma Logistics. It grew the way the first company once had, slowly, honestly, one loyal client at a time. Meanwhile, without Adeze's steady hand, Okonkwo Freight began to crumble. Missed shipments, frustrated clients. Chiamaka, it turned out, was far better at charm than at logistics. One by one, Okonkwo Freight's biggest clients began quietly switching to a smaller, more reliable competitor, Uzoma Logistics. It took Emeka 6 months to realize exactly whose name was on the founding documents. By the time his lawyers discovered the truth about the land title, it was already too late. The warehouse that his entire company depended on legally belonged to the Uzoma family and always had. Emeka came to her warehouse office himself, tie loosened, pride gone, half accusing, half pleading for her to reconsider, to work something out between them. Adeze did not raise her voice. "I am not doing this to destroy you, Emeka," she told him, standing to meet his eyes. "I am doing this because you taught me something valuable. Never sign away what is truly yours, not even for love." Within a year, Okonkwo Freight and Logistics collapsed under its own debts. Its remaining assets, including the very warehouse where it all began, went to auction. And when the gavel fell, it was Adeze Uzoma's name that was called as the winning bid. Emeka watched from the crowd, no anger left in him, only quiet regret. Outside, on the steps of the auction hall, he finally said the words he should have said years earlier. "I am sorry, not for losing the company, for losing you the way I did." Adeze accepted his apology with grace and nothing more. Some doors, once closed, are not meant to be reopened, only understood. Today, Uzoma Logistics stands where her father's old warehouse once stood, his faded sign still hanging with pride beside her own. Every afternoon, she picks her son up from school in a van bearing her own name. Every evening, her mother calls to remind her, "Your father would be proud." Adeze Uzoma did not seek revenge. She simply refused to disappear. And in the end, that was more powerful than anything Emeka Okonkwo ever built without her. This has been a happy ending tale story. If it moved you, remember some of the strongest endings begin with someone else's ending first.